Hey everyone, Lauren here from Color the Kitty. Hey, and yes, my light is being super annoying. I can't get the right position. So I think I need to rearrange the desk. And bear with me a sec. I have a puppy right under me, and I'm making sure I don't roll over him with my chair. Morning everyone. So this is going to be, I'm intending a short session. You know how all those go with me. Anyway, but the point is, I want to talk about. I'm starting to host semi-regular coloring classes, and I'm doing them on every couple months basis, a class. So I did one last week, and my next one will be in July. And I just wanted to give a little bit of an intro on here on what am I doing for the coloring class. So the last one I did was this, and then we got super off topic and distracted. It's also more of a social thing. It's not just coloring. It's talking about products. It's talking about colored pencils, because I love colored pencils way too much. And there is also a buy-in option if people are interested in purchasing the Stampin' Up! Pencils. Otherwise, just use whatever you have. So for the sake of example, I'm going to use just what I have kicking around the house, because actually I need to restock my Stampin' Up! Colored pencils. So I'm just doing a quick sharpen. That was the intention. I'll show this sharpener in just a moment. Let me empty it out. So at least you can kind of see on this camera. It's a container that holds some of the shavings. Alright, so this sharpener I've had for a few years. It's a Prismacolor sharpener. And it is well loved. It's cracked. It's broken. I've got missing pieces. Like, it's barely holding together. And then the blades themselves, we got two holes. We got like a regular tip, a thicker tip. And the blades are actually easy to pull out. And I actually found a supplier for replacing the exact same blades, which is really good. My other sharpener, if I'm having difficulty with that sharpener, the tried and true little Staedtler metal sharpener seems to be my best buddy. Alrighty. So I've got this green. It's a bit of an ugly green. But the idea with this, what I started doing last class, was blending with two or more colors. That's how it starts, in my definition. Now, I'm only doing what I've learned that works for me. What may work for others could be totally different. So I want my green to be a good focus in this. So I like to put my base color as my focus color. So I'm just giving a light coat, and I'll try to remember how I did this the other day. Feel free to turn the page as needed. My color I'm matching it with is a brown. So in case you're curious, what am I using? I've got Conte Bic Ugly Green. I call it mapped, but they call it Color Peps. Oh, it is mapped. Okay, this is from the series. This is a chocolate color, which chocolate sounds nice, doesn't it? So when it comes to blending, there's always, when you look at a branch, I like to do floral as an example. When you look at a branch, like say that there's going to be a light side and a dark side. So my sun's up here. So up here, the top part of the branch is lighter and the bottom part of the branch is darker. So that's kind of a good guideline to start when you're learning. Doesn't have to be perfect, but just get used to practicing coloring where one side is darker than the other. So with the brown, I'm just coming in on the bottom very lightly. All this is in very light layers to get going here. Like, go very lightly. Because less is more. You can always add, you can't detract if you add too much. You know what I mean? And just keep going here. Yeah, Yeah, just adding that light brown, not light brown, dark brown, but in a light way. Alright, so I've got that, and I've got this branch. And it helps to have a really good pencil sharpener when you're doing this. And I'm just kind of going over a whole bunch here. Alright, more or less, that's a good start. Alright, so I'm going to come back in with that green again. On like the opposite side, on the light side. Add a layer of green. And essentially, I find for me, just keep repeating the process back and forth until I reach my desired look. Or sometimes I get a surprise look. Okay, my lighting in here is terrible today. Oh my goodness. Let's see if I can fix it. Yeah, I know. I gotta like get this desk reorganized a little better. Sorry about the halo light. I know I don't show myself on camera very well, do I? So I definitely need to make a new layout here. Of course, I always sees my head bent down. But I figured today do a quick, relatively quick live video just to kind of show the basics of what my coloring class is. And the advantage of the coloring class for just watching YouTube is you can actually ask me questions. You can ask me how to do something, assuming I know how to do it. Because we even go off topic and do things like, for example, I was showing, you know, grid where try blending colors on a sample just to see what they look like, where you got the one column and the rows and that. I'm not getting into great detail on this right now, but just even there's stuff like that I can help show and explain, which is the advantage of the class. And even help with color ideas, although I highly encourage people, choose your own colors, play with colors. Take a couple colors and see what happens with them. It doesn't have to be super accurately, you know, realistic. Just experiment. It's like with this, I wasn't really thinking green and brown, but I'm kind of liking it. Because why I picked green and brown was I wanted to show the contrast of the two colors that way. Because if I did like green and green and green or something, or brown and brown and brown, it's not the same to try to demonstrate. But I figured, just roll with it. And as you can see, doing this type of thing is very time consuming. It takes a lot of patience. But it looks great. And back over with the green. So where I started looks pretty good. This needs a little more work, but we'll work with it. And what I try to encourage is pick a section of your coloring page book sheet. This is from a coloring book, actually. Pick a section and just work on that section. And over time, you'll figure out what works and what doesn't. Alright, I'm going to come back with the brown again. Start from this end, because I seem to don't do it as well. Because now I'm starting to see what I like. Okay, much nicer. Alright, so then what I'm going to do is make it interesting. is add a little more dark. So I got a black here and use it very, very lightly. Because the idea is there's a leaf on top of the branch, so create a little bit of shadow. But just be very careful. And that's really the only two spots where it overlapped. And then this is my secret trick. I love using white pencils. In case you're curious about the black, black was Mindware. The white, another Conte Bic, is go over it with the white, and it's just nice and a nice firm pressure. A cheap white will do. High quality white, even better. It creates it actually adds white versus the cheap white just kind of burnishes. It doesn't really do much, but it just burnishes the pencil strokes a little better. And if you get a decent white, it actually adds a little bit of white in there, which is cool. And I'm going more so on the green than the brown, just to lighten it up. In this trick, I've been doing this for years. I just love burnishing with white. You can actually get colorless blenders to burnish, but no, I just use whites. And there's my branch. So there we go. Not bad. I know it's kind of hard to see with the lighting in that, but it is there. I might, even though I'm there, I might come back in and add a little more brown. Because I feel like I lost a little bit of it, which is okay. Yeah, there we go. Now it's really starting to show a little more. But yeah, it's just all in layers. And I'm doing really light pressure. And it's working beautifully. There we go. I am more happier with it. There we go. So there's our two branches. Very similar. And that's an example of blending, is just layers and layers and layers. And there we go. All right, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. So sadly, 12 minutes just to do one branch. But that is the beauty of blending. Is for me, maybe I'm slow at it, but it's like the art form. I just really enjoy doing it, and that I find it really, really fun. Why is my light bugging me today? I don't know. I'll figure it out. All right, everyone. I have a puppy down here somewhere. Yep, he's down for a nap right under my feet, little baby. And then we'll be back soon. So yeah, have a great day, everyone. Bye for now.